Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another Motivational Monday. This is Jen Lyles. I want you to get into it. Come on. Because this year just keeps being full of surprises. Today is August 31st, 2020. And it seems like just yesterday we were greeting this month. And now this month is coming to an end. And rent and mortgages due and everything in between. And just when you thought, man, maybe 2020 will cool out a little bit. Nope, it's the year that just keeps on giving. However, I do want to address, you cannot blame life on a year, okay? Things happen. They just happen. That's just life. It's not the year's fault. Today's Motivational Monday is all about technical difficulties. And why is that? Because last week we experienced some major technical difficulties. My service provider was tripping. And I had a couple people like, where's Motivational Monday? And I'm like, it went out, but it didn't get there for quite some time. And this is what happens. I would say if you had to use a mantra, whatever, for this season, it's full of technical difficulties. And how do you resolve technical difficulties? First, you acknowledge it's a difficulty. Like right now, there's a part of the United States living in a state of denial. And then there's another part of the United States that's like living in a world of doom and gloom. But I would venture to say that at the end of the day, all you have control and power over is yourself. But yourself can get a lot of stuff done. The power of one is imminent. The power of what one person can do, we saw this weekend. We lost Chadwick Boseman, and he was an actor and graduated from Howard. And he did 4 iconic movies. He did Get On Up with James Brown, Black Panther, 42, The Story of Jackie Robinson, and The Story of Thurgood Marshall. And I think it's interesting because this person comes into life and they serve their purpose and then they're gone. And then we're all on the sidelines like, what happened? And I think it's happening in each individual's life. So how do you get past the technical difficulties? After you acknowledge, you adapt. Because even in this season of change and even in this season of nobody knows what's going next, the strongest adapt. You see what it is and you see how you can be more of the solution. And you have to ask yourself the hard questions. What can we do that we've never done before? Because things are coming at us that have never happened. So it's like a toolkit. You're like, well, I don't think any of these tools gonna work. Like, this butter knife ain't cutting it. You know how your butter knife made it as a screwdriver and a couple of other things? You got to upgrade. And upgrade means your mind. So you have to read and you have to block out the noise because the noise can overcome you and it'll be in your psyche and you're like, I don't want that. It's ugly. So adapt to the technical difficulty and then come up with a new solution, because I did. But this platform is like a bad relationship. And it's got just enough to where I can't leave yet because everybody I keep finding don't do what this one used to do. Kind of like your favorite ex. Like, there's others, but there's nobody like that favorite. And I could keep going, but let's go, y'all. Let's win. Despite what happened before, despite what you think has happened, what's most important for 2020? Vote. Go vote. That's the most important thing for 2020. And share this email and get back into it because it'll knock you off your socks. But you just dust yourself off and get back up and be like, man, that was rough. Whew. All right, let's keep going. And be the reason. Be the reason somebody can get back up. Not the reason they stay down, but you wasn't no good, your daddy wasn't no good. That is just me. Stop that. Stop it. Go be nice. See you next week.